welcome to ASMR Newsroom. Today, I'm here to guide you through a gentle update on the many progressive protests unfolding across our nation. In these turbulent times, these soft voices of resistance and compassion are joining together to protect our democracy and our community. Please find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Close your eyes if you'd like and take a slow, deep breath in and out. Let's begin. First, with a story from Brooklyn. Recently, members of Indivisible Brooklyn gathered outside Senator Chuck Schumer's home in Park Slope. They calmly but firmly urged him to take stronger action against what they see as the ongoing MAGA agenda, a call that has become a powerful symbol of the frustration many feel. Although Schumer defended his vote to extend government funding as a necessary measure to avoid a shutdown, many in the progressive community felt this decision exposed the need for a more united and visible resistance. This protest, filled with steady determination and quiet conviction, reminds us that every voice matters in safeguarding our public services and our values. Across the country, a movement known as 50-51 has been taking shape. Its name stands for 50 protests, 50 states, one day, and it has brought together peaceful protests outside state capitals and local halls, from the rainy sidewalks outside the Illinois Capitol to the determined gatherings at the Indiana State House and the vibrant streets of New York City. In cities like Chicago, protesters marched to iconic landmarks, chanting phrases like "No Trump, no fascism," and "Dump Trump, deport Elon." These events, though sometimes marked by minor arrests or isolated disruptions, are largely characterized by their quiet, unified energy and are driven by a deep desire to reclaim government accountability. In a similar spirit, anti-Tesla protests have emerged. These protests, led by groups like Indivisible Action, are not only about a single company. They are part of a broader call to reject policies that, according to activists, benefit the ultra-wealthy at the expense of everyday working people. In cities like Manhattan, protesters have gathered near Tesla showrooms, with some even urging fellow owners to sell their cars, in a movement often called #TeslaTakedown. The protests have been marked by creative signs and slogans such as "Nobody voted for Elon Musk," And while a few incidents of vandalism have been reported, the overall tone remains one of peaceful resistance. Another significant story in our current news is the rebranding and evolution of what many once knew as the Women's March. In response to growing concerns about exclusion and fragmentation, organizers have shifted toward a more inclusive model, now called the People's March. This event is designed to unite a wide spectrum of progressive voices: women, queer, trans, immigrant communities, and beyond, in a shared commitment to resist policies that threaten our rights and social safety nets. This broader, gentler message offers a vision of hope and collective power, encouraging activists not only to protest, but also to build lasting political communities. And then there's the inspiring emergence of leaders like Bernie Sanders. Recently, at a rally in Warren, Michigan, Sanders stood atop a pickup truck, his gentle yet impassioned voice echoing through the crowd of thousands. His Stop Oligarchy tour is drawing huge crowds in swing districts, reminding us that grassroots energy can come from the most unexpected places. Even at 83, his call to resist what he describes as the authoritarian moves of Trump, and by extension, the influence of figures like Elon Musk, is a soothing reminder that determination and unity can come from decades of experience. We also hear stories from New York City, where protesters organized by Jewish Voice for Peace occupied Trump Tower to demand the release of Mahmoud Khalil, a Palestinian student held by immigration authorities. Although nearly 100 demonstrators were arrested in a moment of high emotion, the protest was carried out with a steady resolve, emphasizing that standing up for human rights is an act of gentle defiance, a soft but resolute refusal to let injustice prevail. In Denver, thousands of peaceful protesters have gathered at the state capitol to express their discontent with policies that have led to widespread federal workforce cuts and drastic spending changes. These protesters, holding signs that say "Reject Project 2025" and "Our Democracy Matters," illustrate how local voices, when united, can form a powerful force for accountability, even when the climate feels uncertain. Meanwhile, in smaller towns from Kansas to Minnesota, everyday citizens are taking to the streets, organizing peaceful marches and sit-ins to oppose not only Trump's policies, but also the broader dismantling of essential programs like Medicare, Social Security, and workers' rights. Each protest, whether it's a small group in a rural town or a massive gathering in a bustling metropolis, adds to the gentle but persistent pressure on those in power. These stories woven together from coast to coast, form a tapestry of resistance that is both inspiring and deeply human. They remind us that even in the face of policies that seem designed to erode our rights, there is beauty in collective action. The soft murmur of voices at a town hall, the rhythmic chants in a city square, and the steady footsteps on pavement are all expressions of hope, a promise that democracy is not just an ideal, but something that we actively nurture every day. What makes these movements so powerful is their inclusivity. They come not from a single source, but from countless grassroots organizations, groups like Indivisible, Move On, and the People's Union USA, working in concert with passionate citizens. Together, they are not only calling for the resignation of leaders who neglect the needs of the many, but also for the rebuilding of a government that truly serves all people. As we come to a close, take a moment to reflect on the soft yet persistent energy of these peaceful protests. Imagine the quiet determination of a protester who chooses calm resistance over chaos. Imagine the comforting support of community meetings, where ideas are exchanged in hushed, hopeful tones. This is the essence of the movement, a wave of calm, collected voices rising in unison, gently demanding that our nation return to the values of democracy, inclusion, and justice. Be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more of these softly spoken news updates, given with compassion and clarity, in a tone that's meant to soothe, inform, and inspire. Remember, every step taken by these protesters, every gentle word spoken in unison, is a step toward a brighter future. A future where our collective voice ensures that progress and compassion guide our path forward. Thank you for listening. Let these soft, resilient voices remind you that even in challenging times, hope and unity prevail. Breathe in and exhale slowly. And know that together we are building a kinder, fairer world. Good night, everyone. We'll talk again soon. Be well.